Well, that's because this used to be all under the ocean at one point. This is essentially a huge sinkhole. Water has eventually left the cavern, and there's a lot of different tunnels it does have the ability to exit through. So eventually, over time, it's just dried up. This is what we have. So that's the expression that the rock has from water entering and leaving the cavern at all times. So it doesn't know which direction to go. Across from it, these guys are called cave draperies. My flashlight is dying. And essentially, they're a stalactite which empties out over time. So for instance, if you were to tap on some of these, the thinner ones, they sound like steel drums. It's really neat. If you want to, you can touch this wall, by the way. Any of the formations over here, you can see have already been touched, and probably touched for over 100 years or so. That's as long as we've had these tours. It's just further down, we do discourage that for the fact we do leave an oil from our hands on every surface that we touch. And that also goes for this cavern. If you were to touch one of these formations, that formation could actually cease to grow. It could take hundreds of years for that oil to eventually, wash off naturally. Also, the minerals that are coming down in from the ceiling can't grip that surface. If you can imagine, every surface in here gets about the consistency of a piece of paper every hundreds of years. So like if you were to, it's kind of like paper mache. For the preservation of the cavern, and I mean, we've been doing a good job, or it's been doing a good job without us so far, growing and all that, just to refrain from touching anything further. So please get out of your system when we're up here. One of the formations I'd love to show you before we head down is this guy right here. It's called the pendulum. It's standing about 55 feet from us and over 20 feet tall, and approximately 120,000 years old. We figured that out by using core dating. We essentially took core samples from that formation, compared it with other things of its nature, and that's what the results came back as approximates. So approximately 120,000. Imagine being here the first day it was there, okay, day one, day two. We weren't good, I don't think anybody has those kind of records. So, based on that, that's what we got. So this staircase is very
ก็เป็น
special.
คำ
Imagine coming from
เล่า
all over the
ประ
world
วัติ
just to see
ของ
this
ไกด์
staircase.
ที่นี่
The
เขา
cavern
ว่า
was a
ถ้ำ
plus,
นี้
but
เป็นมายัง
this
ไง
is what you came to see. Well, essentially it's a very special staircase built in 1922 or finished in 1922. Before this was put in, you'd come down the same way we did here. You'd be loaded into a wine barrel, and a rope would go around that pole right there and propel you the rest of the way using that empty wine barrel. Yeah, and that's where we also charged you your admission. It was 5 cents to go down, but a quarter to bring it back up. And so, yeah, you're really entrusting two guys back here holding a rope with you in it, slowly letting you down into the cavern for a nickel. And once you got down there, I mean, they didn't have these lights yet. Once you get down there, you're hoping somebody caught you. And then to let you back up, you needed a quarter. So imagine that, right? Well, for those who didn't have quarters, they became cave employees, or the company had to absorb them. So there was a guy by the name of Albert Tangerman, very good or efficient in arc welding, decided to put this staircase in with a lot of the donated steel that he came across. Actually, all of this steel right here and all the way down is recycled World War I battleship steel.
Oh, wow.
It's very strong, served in the war, can hold up to 100 people jumping up and down. I don't recommend it, but if you want to, you can go for it. But I just know that, it's got a roll cage. You could actually cheese grate yourself, and that would be bad. Don't do that. All right, so I'll be the first one down, last one up, like I mentioned before. If you can't make it all the way down to the bottom, I won't feel bad, that's fine. Just be sure that you come back up and completely out of the cavern for the fact that I'll be doing a lights out demonstration where I kill all the lights and you'll get to see what it looked like, at least back in the 1850s. So hopefully you enjoy that. It's my favorite part, and we can share that together. So
ตอนนี้เราก็จะลงไปข้างล่างแค่นี้ก่อนนะคะ